Okay, so next up is your data and sample section. And again, this should be titled Data and Sample, either bolded or italicized. So what goes in here is the description of your data. And so let me just give you a few basic components that should be in all of your sections. Several of you had most of these, and you are congratulated for including them, but I want to make sure that everyone knows that this is exactly what it's supposed to include. So first and foremost, you should be talking about your data, and that means where it comes from, so what source is it being drawn from, and any related citations. So if it's census, there should be a reference to the census data set you're drawing from. If it's from the Kinder Institute, Leah, you should have a reference for that, and I believe you did. If it's from RPLP, Brenton, make sure there's a reference for that. But whatever it is, make sure the source is there, okay? Second, it should describe the population that you're drawing from. And I know that there's at least one of you for whom this isn't super clear, but ensure that your data is described and the population that you're hoping to generalize to is also specified. And then finally, you want to describe whether or not you're drawing from multiple data sources. And so one of you is doing a really, really inventive study that explores the relationship between gentrification and eviction. And this is super exciting because it requires a combination of data from the Kinder Institute and data from the census and data from the county that has all of the eviction information. And so what's also supposed to be in this data section is a description of the combining of this information. Now, this is something for all of you, because whether or not you're combining information, what you have to bring it back to is something called your unit of analysis. And your unit of analysis is essentially what is framing this section. So you're describing, like, my data it came from this source, it's attempting to get at this population, it gives us the best information about this relationship, and ultimately, it is a way to tackle phenomenon at this level of analysis. Now, unit of analysis is also called unit of observation. So when I say unit of analysis, I'm essentially talking about what are your observations? Are they people? Are they cities? Are they counties? Are they regions? Are they, what are they? And that is going to frame everything from this section onward. Because what you're essentially telling me is the way to get at this, the way to get at city differences or regional differences or county differences or individual differences is accomplished by combining these data sets or looking at this particular data set that gives me information at this level. So know that the data section is ultimately telling us about the source of data, but if you're talking about how you combined or did anything to your data to meet a certain goal, the goal is getting information at a particular unit of analysis. So I would encourage all of you to ensure that in your paper, you are talking about what unit of analysis you are looking at. Is it people? Is it couples? Is it families? Is it cities? Is it states? What is it? Okay.